may be helpful for each of us to understand our love language with awakening. Do you respond to sounds? Do you like sound? Does that help you? Is there a portal for you to feel that light, to feel the I am? Or do you like words? Do you like images? Do you like talks, visual learning, people speaking? Do you like silence? Maybe you like them all. Maybe you don't know what you like. So, ask Spirit to show you what will inspire you. I think that leads us to the reading here. What are the characteristics of God's teachers? I'll read this now. The surface traits of God's teachers are not at all alike. They do not look alike to the body's eyes. They come from vastly different backgrounds. Their experiences of the world vary greatly, and their superficial personalities are quite distinct. Nor at the beginning stages of their functioning as teachers of God have they as yet acquired the deeper characteristics that will establish them as what they are. God gives special gifts to his teachers because they have a special role in his plan for atonement. Their specialness, of course, only temporary, set in time as a means of leading out of time. These special gifts, born in a holy relationship towards which the learning, teaching situation is geared, become characteristic of all teachers of God who have advanced in their own learning. In this respect, they are all alike. All differences among the sons of God are temporary. Nevertheless, in time it can be said that the advanced teachers of God have the following characteristics. I'm not going to go into them all here. I'm not going to read the explanation of them all. I'm going to say them all here. Trust, honesty, tolerance, gentleness, joy, defenselessness, generosity, patience, faithfulness, open-mindedness, and today I add enthusiasm. Ow! Ow! All that comes to us from the I am. We might want to read this and think I need to be these characteristics. That's not what it's saying. I need to be the I am, and then these characteristics are just natural floating. And gentleness. When someone's going through their undoing process and they're frightened. When someone has a God experience, like a real God experience, when they realize they're not the body and they can't die, that's what a teacher of God's there to help that person. Because right after that, if they hadn't gone into it enough, they're going to come back to the world of separation and stories, and there's going to be some fear come up for them. They're going to go through the undoing process. They might be frightened. They might even see a psychiatrist. They may question their whole life, whatever. But that's why I think I'm here, is for when those times come, those tender times, course of love, an extension of the Course of Miracles calls it the time of tenderness. But gentleness. We're here to offer them gentleness. The I am will offer them gentleness during those times. That's the purpose, I think, of church. Real church is to have those experiences and come here and offer each other that it's okay, and to encourage one another to go deeper into it and not be scared, that you're not losing your mind, that you're experiencing actually reality, but you think it's a dream. That's the difference. When you first experience that, the mental mind will call it something and judge it. It doesn't make sense. It's a lie, or just something, a spook that happened to me, or I got happy about all those things I was enthusiastic about. I was around people at an event, and I got this really cool experience, and I didn't know what to make of it. Someone was telling me something, and I felt different, and it was them. They did it. That person that was telling me it. It was only being around them that I had it. So you might go to like a teacher that inspires you to think differently. Like, well, it's because of them. No, it's you. That's you. You're that experience. And so, we can speed up the process. I don't really like the word speed up because in truth, it's already been done the whole way. But we'll use that word, speeding it up, by offering our brothers and sisters gentleness. And then trust as well. Trusting that God, the universal flow, has taken care of it completely. Also being defenseless, not defending the truth, a position we have, or defending the course when we're going through it. And then also being enthusiastic about your own journey. I think it's real helpful to show that enthusiasm, that you feel good about being who you really are. Being the Christ. In the Gospels, it talks about that a lot. That Jesus inspired his apostles to just be who they are. If they walk into a city and people don't hear you, they don't listen to you, you kind of swipe it off your feet. I'm kind of paraphrasing here. And you move on. All right? The dust. You're just there to share and be enthusiastic. If they do not agree with you or don't understand what you're saying or judge you, it's not your concern. You're to give the truth, give who you are, and that's it. And it's all about you. You're the only one that really wakes up. And that, whatever the words are kind of so limiting, will do something. Your presence will do something to anything you see when you're being. These characteristics people are very attracted to. Joy, tolerance, generosity. Generosity, just your time. It might be all that you can give. You feel like you can give an abundance of time to people. I know a lot of people that can do that. Oh man, I love that. And there was times in my life where I could give an abundance of my time to those going through the awakening process. But now I give an abundance more of my time to balance it. Family, work, people I spend a lot of my fiance, my daughter. I want to give time to that. You just feel guided to do it. And there's no judgment about where you're at on the journey, what you're doing with it. You don't judge yourself. It talks about that trusting in the inner teacher, and maybe I'll read just a little part of this because judgment, that's what seems to delay progress in this. When we judge ourselves on how far we've come or how far we still want to go or whatever that means. So it says, now comes a period of settling down. This is a quiet time in which the teacher of God rests a while in reasonable peace. Now he consolidates his learning. Now he begins to see the transfer value of what he's learned. Its potential is literally staggering. And the teacher of God is now at the point in his progress at which he sees in it his whole way out. Give up what you do not want and keep what you do. How simple is the obvious, and how easy to do. The teacher of God needs this period of respite. He has not yet come as far as he thinks. Yet when he is ready to go on, he goes on with mighty companions beside him. Now he rests a while and gathers them before going on. He will not go on from here alone. All of us, you can see this in our lives where we've rested a while, we sit there, we're quiet, we're reflecting on the heart, we're experiencing the joy, these characteristics, the I am. And then when we go on to the next journey, whatever that means, it's just words, part of it, there's people there, new people. Or brighter people, like old images that we had of people that weren't so pleasant, now they're bright and happy. The next stage is indeed a period of unsettlement. Now must the teacher of God understand that he did not really know what was valuable and what was valueless. All that he really learned so far was that he did not want the valueless, and that he did want the valuable. Yet his own sorting out was meaningless in teaching him the difference. The idea of sacrifice, so central to his own thought system, had made it impossible for him to judge. This is what I'm saying about judgment. He thought he learned willingness, but now he sees that he does not know what the willingness is for. And now he must attain a state that may remain impossible to reach for a long time. He must learn to lay aside judgment and ask only what he really wants in every circumstance. Were not each step in this direction so heavily reinforced, it would be hard indeed. And this is what I'm talking about. We need our brothers and sisters because of the judgment. The reinforcement of that. When we're going through the undoing, when we're feeling fear and scared, Or we have a sickness, we get a diagnosis. We're struggling with a relationship. That's when we have these mighty companions. They help, they reinforce this for us. They help us to understand that our own judgments don't mean anything. The first lesson in the Course in Miracles is nothing I see means anything. Then it goes on to say, my thoughts don't mean anything. You really need to get to that where all your thoughts, good, bad, evil, loving, all that, where you start out don't mean anything. Right. And being is formless. It doesn't really think in the way we do. The human does. It just flows through us. We were talking about that. It just flows through. Giving, receiving, and wanting. And it's so beautiful. And that's where the miracle comes through. It comes through being who you are, and you just extend it out, and you see things differently. That's all. Tim was talking about it at group Wednesday. You give the miracle when it comes to you. All right? Spirit shows you where it's at in yourself, and then you extend it out. That's all. We do need the guidance from Spirit to show you that you have it. Otherwise, because when you're so scared and frightened, you're just like, well, how's a miracle going to happen here? I'm telling myself it's going to be a problem again, and I can't get anywhere with my awakening. Every time this stuff comes up, and I feel embarrassed, I feel ashamed of my past. I get happy for a couple weeks, and then I fall into this depression. We keep telling ourselves this. When Jesus was confronted by the Pharisees, all he told them was, it is as you say. That's it. Are you the Son of God? Are you doing blasphemy? Are you, trying to overturn the temple in Jerusalem? It is as you say. Yeah. And I just want to encourage everyone to read this thing and practice this new year, the I am, and don't let self-defeating, arrogant thoughts dictate the direction of your day. This thing, I will never have the resources to accomplish this. And I will only get so far with feeling happiness before something inevitably goes wrong. Usually these thoughts they always come from the self-image. And it usually comes from conflict, stress, and fatigue. Those are the thoughts. The self-image has those characteristics. So you learn to identify the characteristics of the ego, which is fatigue, conflict, stress, pain, suffering, misery. And another thought is like, I want to die. Those are the thoughts of the characteristics of the ego. But to be the characteristics of the teacher of God. Yes. And we're all ready for that. If any of us think we're not, it's a lie. We're telling ourselves. It's a lie. We are ready. We're here now. We didn't get up and leave the room. Yeah. A lot of us welcome this and enjoy it. This is our lives. This is all we want to do. For those of us that are still questioning that, slightly ask Spirit to show you. Ask your heart. Show me. What is this guy talking about? What is this book talking about? What's unity principles about? Who am I want to be shown who I am now. Don't put it in the future. Don't say I want to be shown later when circumstances seem to be convenient for that. I want to be shown now, right now. I'm ready. I'll leave you with that.